painting coastal Maine. The lighthouse is a Pemaquid and Portland Head point at Fort Williams in Maine. Keeler paints plein air paintings of these locations. In these videos, I'm painting the coast of Maine, these quintessentially American icons of the coast, these wonderful 19th century lighthouses. And this particular one I'm doing Pemaquid Point Lighthouse. It's a lighthouse that Edward Hopper and many other painters have painted, and it was a wonderfully warm lit day in October of this year. And the next one you'll see is kind of the opposite. It's a overcast day, so two very different types of lighting conditions. In the distance here you'll see Monhegan Island way off in the distance there on the left. I've painted there several times as well. One is a plein air on this overcast day of Portland Head Lighthouse. And I'm working on a piece of linen that is glued to a birch panel. And this one I eventually changed into a sunrise. It was kind of an overcast day, and so it kind of lent itself to reinterpreting it. I have the whole painting pretty well established here, thinking in terms of light and dark mostly. This is the same motif of Portland Head, but this time I'm down along the coast. I did two on the same day. And it was overcast and even rainy, so I was painting in the rain. That's why I have my easel tilted like that, so my painting surface, the linen, does not get water on it. Inspiring about painting these coastal scenes, so the raw elements of nature, and trying to get a statement or an impression of the motif. Back at the other one again, doing this view from above. You'll see all the tourists there in the back. They had a nice location that was kind of protected, so it was kind of semi-private. Greetings, Brian Keeler here. Welcome back to my studio here in Ithaca, New York. I'm doing the finishing touches on this painting of Portland Head Lighthouse. It's at Fort Williams near Portland, Maine. And when you saw me previously in this video, I was painting right there on location in the rain. I did two versions of this, one horizontal and this squarish one, which is 18 by 20. And when you first saw me, you can come in close to look at the painting here now. I kept with the original lighting here. I'm going to turn the music down a little bit. Sometimes I change the lighting, but on this one, I kept with it, and I had this very subdued light coming through here. I've kind of accentuated it a little bit more, but it's in keeping with this. It was sort of like a very low chroma Naples yellow coming through the gray sky there. And but as I said, sometimes I change the lighting, and the other one, the horizontal one that I did, I made it actually into a sunrise. But this one I've kept with the overcast kind of look of this view. It was great to paint out there on location, but oftentimes they need to be finished up here in the studio. And you're going to look at some of these other paintings that I did of Maine here now. This top one was also one that you saw me working on. This is Pemaquid Lighthouse, also in Maine, and it was a completely different lighting than the one you just saw me working on. It was late afternoon with a bright, warm light. And I've titled this painting Bench Warmers. It has these two figures. You can come in close. And I actually just blocked them in there on location. They only sat there for a few minutes. So I felt very good about being able to just suggest those two figures with the light on the back having a conversation. And below it here is another one of Maine. This was done a couple years ago of a point. It's a sunset near Stonington, Maine on Deer Isle. And below it, we have a painting of Montegan Island. I featured this in a previous video. And if you come over here to this one, I'll get out of the light there. This is also of Stonington. You can go in close to it, and I had a featured video of this one, painting it right on location. It was actually done plein air at sunrise, and I have another version of this at sunset, this same house. And below it's the other version of Portland Head Lighthouse. And as I said, I changed this into a sunrise. I still have some work to do on that. So this is my little presentation of paintings here. Started plein air, and some finished in the studio, and some were completely studio paintings. So look for these paintings on my website, briankeeler.com, and the northstarartgallery.com. You'll see them and the sizes and the prices and all the important information. Or you can come into the studio here sometime and actually see the real paintings. So cheers.